Hola, ¿qué tal? Y el día de hoy se me ha apetecido probar este título que dieron hace algún tiempecito ahí en en PlayStation Plus, se llama Greedfall. Me pareció que era un juego de estilo mundo abierto y no sé, me llamó la atención, no sé por qué me recordó un poco a Assassin's Creed 3 y no sé mucho de qué va la historia, así que supongo que vamos a ver en qué aventura nos metemos aquí con este título. Sí, más o menos tipo estética, tipo Assassin's Creed 3. No sé, ahora mismo también se me hace muy... así que se vaya. Muy Dishonored, algo así. Vamos a hacer opciones, controles de juego, audio, volumen, efectos, bla 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 bla. Juego, subtítulos sí. A ver, pues... creo que todo está bien por ahí y nos vamos, ¿no? Normalito, para no estresarnos tampoco tanto y no tenemos mucho tiempo para andarlos probando todos, así que normalito. A ver qué tal. Como mencioné, pues tenemos muchos juegos en la lista para jugar de PlayStation Plus y tampoco nos vamos a enredar tanto en un título ahí. Vamos a pasarla bien, disfrutarlo tampoco tan fácil para que no sea pues demasiado rápido. Normalito para disfrutarlo decentemente.
The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There. Now, hold the pose.
Aquí no nos vamos a enrollar tanto en los aspectos. Creo que era este el genérico que venía. Y siguiente fase. Clases iniciales, guerrera, técnica y mágica. O sea, guerrera, este perfil está orientado al combate cuerpo a cuerpo. Habilidades iniciales, armas pesadas de una mano, atributos recomendados. Técnica, perfil para controlar el campo de batalla, trampa elemental, armas de fuego, armas blancas de una mano, atributo. Y mágica. Este perfil está orientado para hacer uso de hechizos ofensivos desde la distancia. Anillo de magia divina, éstasis, armas pesadas de una mano. Vamos a ver. Probemos algo mágico, ¿no? A ver cómo nos va. Ok, elige un atributo. Pues fuerza. A ver, fuerza. Carisma, vigor, artesanía, intuición. Forzar cerraduras. Intuición, ¿qué es? Ciencia. Te permite fabricar pociones. La otra te permite forzar cerraduras sencillas. Intuición. Los lugares recolectados son más fáciles de ver. Te permite fabricar mejoras de armas y armaduras básicas. Vigor te permite cruzar ciertos pasajes difíciles que necesiten equilibrio. Y carisma reduce ligeramente los precios de los mercaderes y mejora un poco la capacidad de combate de tus compañeros. Vigor. Vigor o cerraduras. Creo que voy a usar cerraduras. Comenzamos partida. Vámonos, como de que no.
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lord, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We've nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry, I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name.
Tienen un acento británico de principios del siglo XX.
Urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lord. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir. Truly, I must be going.
My lord, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish this.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Casi me recuerda a Vampyr el acento. A ver, entonces nos vamos al palacio enseguida. Hablar con Noble.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
Qué extraño juego, No sé en cuándo salió este título. Quizás no sea un AAA y por eso se ve así, pero gráficamente se ve de la época de PlayStation 3,
Greetings, Your Excellency.
Nada. Buenas tardes. Despídete de tu madre.
Hey! Green blood!
Cut.
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your goal.
Oh, enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
Bueno, tutorial. Tenemos poderes. Pausa táctica, pasar al juego, lo que permite elegir tu próxima acción. Casi trampa, pero bueno, hechizos. Cambiar de arma. Oh, qué cool. Oh. Y cubrirnos, imagino que con R2, ¿no? Ah, arriba está bloqueo, esquivar y bloqueo mágico. Bueno. Ah, espérate. Dos. Éxito 3. Y ahora demuestra el cool que sabes pelear. Fija. Oh, espérate, podemos fijar objetivo. Has perdido salud. Asignar poción. Vamos a ver. Ok. Pociones, ok. ¿Cómo usamos la poción? Asignar, usar. Has perdido salud. Ok. Pero ¿cómo lo usamos? A ver, asignar. Ok. Éxito. Ahí está, ya lo tenemos fijado. Utilizar furia.
You defend yourself well, Greenblood. One might think you had a proper master of arms.
The best.
You already training for your new post of legate? Don't tire yourself. Flattery'll get you nowhere. But for the fight, you have remembered your basics. Your performance just got you out of a final lesson. Unless you want to go through the paces again before we depart.
Saltarse el tutorial de
No,
combate.
thanks all the same. I've quite a few tasks to check off my list before we depart.
And here you are already assuming your political functions. And in a hurry. Always too busy. Very well. If you ever want to go over your basics later, visit one of our barracks on the Isle. You'll always find a training partner to give you a friendly fight.
I'll remember that. Thanks. Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
Ahora no tenemos mucho contexto. Mostrarle lo feliz que estás de que venga contigo, quejarte porque te ha estado siguiendo un guardaespaldas. La segunda, ¿no?
I have to admit, I thought my days as a child, complete with bodyguard, were behind me.
I do like being wanted. It would seem that the prince didn't feel you were apt to take care of yourselves alone. And so it goes. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I have no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantin. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantin together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
Ok, no tenemos como una trama todavía principal así muy marcada, más que... vamos a partir en un viaje y... O sea, la mera trama no ha empezado, o sea, el mero plato fuerte de la historia pues no ha empezado. ¿Qué está haciendo este compadre aquí? Esos son los de la peste. Son médicos, ¿eh? Sí, bueno.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock?
¿Qué le
I
pasa?
asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
I'm sorry.
Por cierto, él también tiene algo
I'm
aquí,
having
¿no?
trouble getting
Algo
used to
así.
your condition.
¿Qué es?
Come now.
¿La peste?
Let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so.
¿Qué está
Today is the
pasando
big
ahí?
day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill.
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my son has left on a mission to heal his people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here, take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
¿Qué será eso? ¿Qué será esa enfermedad? Él también tiene algo aquí en la mejilla, ¿no? A ver, veamos el escenario, a ver qué tal está. A ver, este juego no hay mucho, pero de momento pues me ha interesado.
Kurt? It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantin first.
You're right. Maybe he's already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Ok, comprar el equipo y salir. Bueno. Entonces, misión principal, misión
Where would you
secundaria.
like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Thélème and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantin will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it's certainly worthy of inspection.
Ahora nos está siguiendo, ¿Qué tanto podemos hacer? No mucho. Uy, uy, espérate.
Greenblood, do you need something?
¿Alguna vez te
I
sentiste
wondered
solo?
if you ever felt lonely.
I always do. Why, do you want to rectify this?
Si te querías haberle hecho compañía durante todos estos años. De forma afirmativa.
And what if I said yes?
Well, I'd be grateful, I suppose. But sadly, Greenblood, you're not quite my type. Anything else?
Vete.
I must leave you.
A ver, ¿dónde está el menú? No, espérate. Mapa. La gran salida, misiones. ¿Dónde están las misiones secundarias? Espérate. Ah, bueno. Entonces en el mapa seleccionamos la misión secundaria, Pero bueno, entonces bajamos por ¿dónde? Por aquí asumo. Cuidado. Greedfall. A ver. Negocia con el comerciante. Tenemos que tener como carisma, ¿no? Acceso directo al mapa de la región, ok. Pero espérate. Contratos. Ojo. ¿Lo que está pasando? Uy. ¿Y aquí qué está pasando? ¿Maná insuficiente? Ah, bueno. ¿Cómo cambiamos de arma? Ahí está. Viejo, ¿qué sucede aquí, No entiendo, pero bueno. Gente enferma, la peste supongo. Bueno, no han dicho específicamente qué enfermedades, pero parece bastante obvio de momento. Plaza de los Príncipes. Qué curioso. Negocia con el comerciante. A ver, que esto nos puede ayudar, ¿no? ¿Y esto de aquí qué es? Sí, avisa al embajador de Thélème que vas a partir. ¿Estas son como misiones secundarias? Buenas, don señor. ¿Cómo lo hacemos? Ahí está.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantin and I are departing for Tirfredi on the hour.
Ah, yes.
Cool.
I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it. And perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that. But I'm sure my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
Caray.
I see. You're hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do.
Pulsa R3 para seguir. Encuentra al contrabandista. Ok. Encuentra sobre. No, tampoco nos vamos a
I
enredar
must be
aquí.
going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sade.
Bueno. Ya no confío en esta gente de aquí abajo, pero... A ver, negocia con el comerciante. Todavía tenemos esta misión aquí. ¿Qué más tenemos aquí en el menú de estas partes? Contratos, misiones secundarias, casa de la gran salida. Bueno, buscamos el pueblito antes de salir. Un par de misiones no sería mal, casa... Esa tal vez está un poco más interesante, ¿sabes? Igual están casi del mismo camino, así que...
The merchant is there.
Vamos a mercader. Qué curioso, qué curioso. Barrio del pueblo. Espérate, que todavía no... Es que... Casa... Seleccionar... Ah, bueno, espérate. A ver, todavía como... Todavía no podemos saltar o algo por el estilo. No sé qué hice, pero... ¿Qué, no debe hacerlo? No debe hacerlo, no debe hacerlo. No, de momento, bueno.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sade, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Por los herejes, directo, no al grano.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. Might I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
Evitar demasiada información, hablarle con franqueza Bueno, no los conocemos todavía, así que...
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Ptolemy's men have been looking for nigh on 2 days.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, even in a crowd. And they were making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in and help them in their hunt. Feel free to carry out your own investigation, but you'll end up with the same answers. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are property of the Nords. No one else may enter.
Sobre el grumete, preguntar por la ausencia de Constantin, preguntar sobre... ¿qué? Las notas... Sobre el grumete. Bueno, este juego está interesante, hay como bastantes opciones ahí para ver, pero no tenemos mucho tiempo, por lo menos aquí.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
Bueno. Es el grano. Está poniendo interesante la situación, la verdad. Y sí, al principio había dicho por el acento que se me hacía muy estilo Vampyr. Pero esto con los diálogos, diferentes respuestas, interacción, también se me hace muy estilo Vampyr también, ¿no? O sea, tiene ese aire. Los objetos que recoge se almacenan en el inventario. A ver, aquí estamos para ir mejorando, supongo. Anillo del novicio. Tío de pinches, ok. Aquí pues vamos a ir mejorando el personaje, ¿no? Es una pena que no pueda saltar el compadre, pero... Bueno, seguimos. A ver. Bueno. Aquí hay algo interesante. Ahí como que podemos ir mejorando nuestras armas, ¿no? Pero más adelante lo vamos a ir viendo. Taberna. Buen lugar para buscar pistas, ¿eh? Completar misiones. En Greedfall las misiones se suelen poder completar de varias formas diferentes. Ok. Ah, eso está interesante. Vemos aquí como tipo Hitman que puedes acabar con los objetivos de formas diferentes, pero bueno. Igual como Vampyr, que podemos ir desbloqueando pistas o bloqueándolas. Preguntar por Constantin. Preguntar por su negocio.
How is business going these days?
It's picking up. We've not seen many new customers, but of late things are looking better. The malichor and the neighbouring wars have dampened commerce. The epidemic still rages, but the possibility of finding a cure on that island has given people something to hope for. Now that we have a city there, quite a few seafarers come by to spend their wages.
Has the malichor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. They were soaked. When the sickness began to spread, a wave of panic followed in its wake. People stopped going out of their homes. They were afraid. I was close to closing shop, I tell you. And then, thankfully, the alchemists of the bridge said that you couldn't just catch it like that. People were still distrustful, as is their nature, but they are leaving home again. It's a start. I also lost quite a few regular customers. Dead or too scared to venture back. Yeah, but that's nothing new to you. The city would have sunk in the water if not for trade with the new isle.
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantin. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age? Hair down to his neck, light brown, blue eyes. Quite the talker.
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'll be obliged. If not, you'll need to pay.
Bueno, lo vamos a intentar.
The furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
I could repair this if I had some metal dowels.
¿Tenemos algo de eso en el inventario? No, no. Desapareció entre los nautas. A ver, esto es como... ¿Dónde tenemos el inventario? Otra vez, ¿no? Este es el mapa. ¿Qué? Las congregaciones marcadas, personajes. Y creo que no. Podemos ver las estadísticas de nuestro escudero. Bueno, entonces vamos a ir a conseguir eso, pero si no es el caso, entonces seguimos con otra misión, ¿no? Negocia con el comerciante. Me pregunto si al salir de aquí de esta isla podremos regresar aquí para completar todas estas misiones. Supongo que sí, ¿no? Vamos a negociar con el comerciante y pues luego nos vamos. Y saldremos también de duda, ¿no? Si podemos regresar como en esta. Oh, por Dios.
You can start by explaining to me why you refused to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, sir. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just an agent. And I'm only obeying orders.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
Ya veo.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain. It's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders? Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Pedir más instrucciones.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You're demanding a second payment but refuse to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
Ya me gustó. Vamos a ver. Carisma, amenazar con la cárcel. Ofrecer un soborno. Amenazarlo. Vamos a amenazarlo con la cárcel, ¿no?
I don't think you understand who you're dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lord de Sade, nephew of the Prince d'Orsay and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable, especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion, theft,
You know as well as I that the congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That is a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise, without delay.
Maravillosa
Unless you'd
jugada.
rather your master is hung and that you finish your days in prison.
As you request, my lord. I shall go immediately and ask that these crates be delivered to the attendant.
Now that's a wise decision.
Thank you. I was beginning to think this would never end. You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
No esperaba que este juego me fuera a interesar tanto. De hecho, tenía mis dudas cuando vi un par de trailers y gameplays. Pensé que iba a ser totalmente diferente, pero vaya que me está llamando mucho la atención. Y la rejugabilidad, al igual que otros títulos, pues está presente, ¿no? Porque podríamos ver las decisiones que... bueno, sí, las decisiones que estamos tomando y cómo afectarían nuestra historia y nuestro futuro. Eso está interesante. Bueno, entonces continuamos y supongo que se solucionó, ¿no? Porque logramos que pues evitar el soborno y la estafa. ¿Qué es esto de aquí? Descubre dónde encontrar a Constantin. No. Ok. A ver, esta es la taberna, ¿no? Si no estoy mal. Correcto. No se puede. A ver, ¿qué más tiene aquí este compadre?
Well then, were you able to repair it all?
No, I haven't been able to sort them out.
In that case, you need to pay me, sir.
I regret I don't have the sum you are asking for.
Either you repair them, or you reimburse their cost. Or I keep what I know about your cousin to myself.
That's ridiculous. He could reimburse you easily. He's quite a rich man.
Perhaps, but a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. And as for promises, I've heard enough to fill an ocean.
Very well. I will see what I can scavenge in that case.
Bueno, está bien. Está bien.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
Iremos a buscar tornillitos y todo, así que intentaremos repararlo. Vamos a sacarnos de la duda. ¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué usar mesa de trabajo? La artesanía, ciencia. Aquí es para ir mejorando estas cosas, ¿no? Empuñadora, vacío. Bueno, todavía no tenemos mucho, así que vamos a ir viendo más adelante. ¿Cuál es la otra misión que tenemos? Avisa al embajador de la Alianza del Puente. Bueno, vamos por eso. Es que no podemos saltar ni nada, ¿no? Aquí tenemos que hacerlo como personas normales, caminando por donde se pueda. Me voy, señor. Ah, bueno, podemos vender y comprar. Primero veremos si tiene tornillos. Digo tornillos, ¿no? El compadre este que nos está acompañando, nuestro escudero. Sombrero. Ah, bueno, esto es para personalizar nosotros, ¿no? Bueno. Botella de brandy, tanques metálicos, fusión, resina. Espérate. Esto ya es como más interesante. Mineral, hongo, aquí posiblemente podemos encontrar tornillitos. No. Bueno. ¿Qué tenemos aquí? Nada. Espérate. Ah, bueno.
Sir Desade, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes. We were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier 4D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
Bueno, sacamos de esto lo más pronto posible. Y... Bueno, no he terminado pues el primer capítulo y quiero seguir jugando, pero definitivamente es un título que voy a terminar. La verdad es que me ha llamado mucho la atención, eso no lo vamos a negar. Sobre todo las posibilidades, ¿no? Me gusta este tipo de juegos. Y sorprendido totalmente. Realmente nunca esperé que fuera a ser así el título. Como había visto en los trailers y todo, siempre imaginé algo diferente.
So, you still haven't found your cousin? As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure. Is everything ready?
I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
Be back soon, Captain.
Bueno, misión principal. Temo que no podremos partir sin haber cumplido esto antes, ¿no? Pero vamos a salir de dudas y vamos a intentar. Misiones secundarias. La gran salida. Ah, bueno, ahí estás. Solo para tener la duda, y si al final pues no se puede regresar para cumplir estas misiones, pues reiniciamos el juego, ¿no? Ya que digo, esto es solo para hacer como la primera impresión, el demo, dijéramos, para ver si nos llama la atención o no. Y creo que ha cumplido con eso, ¿no? Pero quiero salir de esa duda antes, a ver si podemos regresar a la isla y... bueno, sí, porque pues tenemos que partir, ¿no? Tenemos que partir en bote, entonces técnicamente no está incorrecto lo que digo, al igual que... ¿Qué está haciendo?
Your Excellency. Lord Desade, I have been told that you were named Legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Tier 4D. My cousin Constantin is about to take up office as Governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time.
¿Somos alquimistas?
In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him.
No tendría sentido, ¿no?
We respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
Pregunta sobre la lancia del puente, relación con la configuración. Ok.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
I need to be going. Bueno, entonces a desenmascarar a los alquimistas falsos, a los charlatanes. Bien, estamos en el mismo lugar de... Esto es un círculo, ¿no?
Well then, were you able to repair it all?
Not exactly.
I haven't been able to sort them out.
In that case,
I regret I don't have the sum you're...
Either you
sobre... Joder.
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have heard some stories about Tirfredi.
Right.
Me gusta.
Stories that my heaviest drinkers
O sea,
would have trouble believing.
como vemos en el mensaje anterior,
Trees live there. Dragons and gigantic creatures. Treasure abounds under every rock. And the source of eternal life is hidden somewhere there.
curioso, esto no puede sino mejorar,
Last night, some naughts even told me they brought back one of those giant beasts into the port. Ah, but you know the kind. If you ask my opinion, the drink was fueling their imaginations.
A ver. Como salió el mensaje al principio, no importa el orden, que podemos cumplir las misiones y las podemos hacer de diferentes maneras. Entonces... sí, las misiones secundarias al final no son tan secundarias porque las tenemos que cumplir todas para poder continuar con la historia, ¿no? Y antes de partir de aquí, tenemos que resolver el asunto de aquí, tenemos que arreglar la mesa para que este nos dé información acerca del primo, para encontrar al primo y poder partir con el capitán de la nave. Y así continuar, ¿no? Entonces tenemos que hacer las veces aquí de investigador para poder avanzar en la historia, lo cual me emociona, la verdad, no lo vamos a negar. Y tenemos que resolver pues todas las misiones secundarias para continuar. Eso me gusta. De momento pues ha estado re bien. Supongo que lo vamos dejando por aquí y... bueno, vamos a ver... sí, yo creo que lo vamos dejando por aquí. Ya tenemos como una idea base. Y definitivamente...
Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still, this little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the malichor.
Malichor es la plaga que está afectando a la población aquí.
Is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the malichor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the malichor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the malichor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
No lo sé, Rick.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take 2.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some.
And if we had a word with him, I wonder if he'll serve us the same routine.
Cierto, cierto.
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
No lo sé, Rick. Vamos a pedirle una demostración.
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
No podían hacerle una demostración de una animación de tomar.
Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
Have you finally made up your mind?
I will think about it.
As you wish, but don't wait long. It won't last forever.
A ver. Entonces, 13 metros. Supongo que su carreta está atrás, ¿no? Debería, en teoría, estar atrás. Curioso, curioso.
To my help, and death to the others.
¿Esta gente quién es? ¿Son saqueadores? A ver. Ok. ¿Serían sus guardias? Libro de investigación alquímico. Carta del tabernero al sirviente. Esto supongo que nos va a servir como pista, supongo. Pero no estoy tan seguro, A ver, entonces no. A ver. Ah, podemos saquear a los cadáveres, eso está bien. Bueno, no está bien, pero... bueno. Ustedes entienden. Adquirir todo. ¿Y cómo vamos a obtener eso? ¿Cómo?
Have you finally made up your mind?
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Come now. You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses.
This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, you don't have the right.
Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
Eso es verdad. Puede que esté en el nivel superior, ¿O no? No estamos viendo saqueadores. Entonces buscaremos en el nivel de arriba. A ver. Curioso.
What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that has found you. Have you seen the mob that is gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he is the one who sent me.
Sahin? Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy. To criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners. Making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the malichor they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace and earned Sahin's hatred. Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
You don't understand. I fled. But I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the malichor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice. But it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. The mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
No lo sé, Rick.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me, coming from him. I was a master alchemist. I understand if you don't believe me after all that, but I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set off a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you're hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, sir?
Bueno, de cierto modo está tratando de ayudar a la gente, pero pues la están engañando y estafando a la vez, así que...
I'm sorry, but I don't trust you. I'm going to deliver you to Dr. Sahin.
Sir, I beg you to spare me.
I've heard enough. You're under arrest.
How unjust.
Okay. Ah, podemos volver directamente a la embajada. Ok, eso está cool.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
I tracked down your man near the Coin Guard barracks.
Finally. Did you capture him?
Let's just say I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene is forever tarnished. Matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated. He is hiding in a room in the Coin Guard Tavern.
Why didn't you have him arrested?
Angry citizens have gathered round the building. They have sworn to avenge themselves after discovering his fraud. I decided it better to avoid the mob. But if you wish to capture him alive, I advise you hurry.
Governor Buren will be happy to learn that a legate with great assiduity will soon be joining the island of Tir-Fredi. Thank you for your help, Excellency, and allow me to offer you this modest present for your voyage.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye,
Gracias.
Lord de Sade.
Y subimos de nivel, así que continuemos con la aventura. A ver si esto nos lleva otra vez al muelle, al puerto. Pues lo vamos dejando por ahí. Descubrimiento de Constantin. Espérate. A ver, descubrimiento de Constantin. Compensa el tabernero. 59, 25. Ah, bueno. Bueno. Descubre entre Constantin, repara los daños causados por Constantin. Bueno. Creo que estamos cerca. Vamos a hacer lo que más da, ¿no? Ya estamos aquí. Aparte que ya me piqué, entonces no veo por qué no. No le veo ningún problema a esto, así que... A ver, ¿le podemos pagar? Ojo. Daños causados. Aquí hay algo más. ¿O no? A ver. Por curiosidad, vamos a ver qué hay por aquí. No tenemos nada de momento. Y por aquí tampoco. Aquí es donde ya hemos estado. Vamos a ver si el colega está ahí arriba. Y luego pues... Vamos a pagar. Creo que ya tenemos el suficiente dinero como para pagar por los daños. Ya que pues... Tacos metálicos, ya. Repara los... Ah, bueno, ya tenemos, pero tengo curiosidad de ver si está aquí el señor. Ya no está. Esperemos que no se nos haya escapado y que lo haya encerrado. Carta del alquimista del SAD. Más adelante fuera de cámara lo leemos para poder avanzar con la historia de manera prudente. No había visto esto yo aquí. No podemos subir. Esta habitación de aquí creo que no la había visto. Y en efecto no. Llaves del almacén del tabernero. Qué suerte que decidí al final elegir como la habilidad de cerraduras, ¿no? Que podemos ir mejorando a medida que vamos avanzando, así que creo que ya me emocioné. Démosle, no importa que sea largo el capítulo, ya que ya estamos aquí y nos vamos. Vamos a intentar reparar.
And there you have it. You'd never guess they were once broken.
Okay.
Well then, were you able to repair it all?
Yes, just like new. Or nearly.
That does indeed look like fine work. You know what you're doing.
I would hope. Can you tell me where I can find my cousin now?
Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted a band of ruffians from the lower boroughs. Dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets from here.
What kind of business do they run?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. But you didn't hear that from me. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry if I were you. They're not the tender sorts.
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Get him out of whatever mess he's got himself into. Seemed like a courageous fellow. Who could down his pint. Anything else?
No, nos vamos.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Bueno, eso estuvo bien. Supongo que ir hablando con las personas del pueblo nos va a ir destapando más pistas, ¿no? Así que continuamos. A ver. Vamos para acá rápidamente. Espérate. Descubre dónde está. Compensa el tabernero. Descubre dónde está Constantin. ¿Serán aquí los barrios bajos? Eso parece. Ahí está.
That vulture of a tavern master was right. It is Constantin's voice. It's coming from the floor above.
It sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch you.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
Tenemos dos maneras de intentarlo, así que vamos a intentarlo. Ay, descendimos. Bueno.
It's not possible just now. It's blocked.
¿Qué es esto? Destruir una esencia de trampa de daño elemental. No se puede de momento. Tenemos que mejorar y subir de nivel al parecer. Entonces... No. Ojito. Está aquí. Trampa de éxtasis. Pero vamos a ver si podemos mejorarlo en el taller o algo así. Bueno. Detección de enemigos. Bueno.
It's obvious that he's a noble, a rich man. He needed to be taught a lesson, but it's better we grab some coin. With all those posters we posted, someone with deep pockets will show up sooner or later to liberate the rooster. He's making a great deal of noise. We could knock him.
Somos nosotros.
Where do you think you're going? You're in our territory.
Vamos a negociar.
My cousin, and it would seem that he is in this building.
That very well could be. We have had a guest since yesterday. A regular ladies' man in golden stitches.
That would fit the bill. I have no idea how he earned such a kind invitation, but...
Being born into silk sheets doesn't give him the right to insult his fellow man, or to show disrespect.
We know this sort only too well. Used to everyone doing whatever he says. But they're always a lot friendlier having learned their little lesson. Isn't that right, Chief?
That's right. But lessons have a price. So,
Está poniendo
if you want
interesante.
your drunkard back...
Intuición. Decir que Constantin es el hijo del príncipe. Exigir la liberación de Constantin. Vamos a ver qué pasa.
Gentlemen, you tire my patience. Free my cousin immediately.
Well now, take a look at this blue bird and his ruffled feathers. Looks like he's eager for his own lesson.
To my help. And death to the
Ah, caray.
Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
Blue bloods aren't worth toys.
Careful, green blood. You're wounded.
Vaya. Bueno, sí, de hecho, pues no se merecía que negociáramos con ellos. Ya ni recuerdo cuál era la otra opción, pero... de todas maneras ya está. Más de oro, ¿quién tiene más aquí? Ah, sí, creo que sí, este sí lo voy a jugar. Guardia de los maleantes. A ver. Estas, compadre. Serían en un nivel inferior si no estoy mal. No. O sea, no está aquí. A ver. Tenemos como bastante dinerito ahí para... liberarlo.
It's not possible just now.
Bueno, aquí es donde pudimos haber entrado al inicio. Ya de los criminales. A ver, tenemos algo aquí. Tenemos todo aquí.
It's not possible just now.
Ah, bueno, espérate que necesitamos poción. La poción nos cura todo. Eso es interesante de ver. A ver. Tenemos todo, compadre. Todo. ¿Dónde está Constantin? No revisamos arriba,
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress.
Constantin, it's me!
My dear cousin! Oh, my lucky star. Always there to pull me out of my fires.
Well, I do what I can. We're departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you. I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure.
Bueno, supongo que eso ya es.
How these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, good cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
There's no one left to pay, Your Highness. The brave Kurt and your cousin have already settled the books.
Really now? What a shame. I would have loved to have seen that. We've nothing left to do then than to board our ship. An adventure awaits us at the end of the street.
Bueno, entonces nos vamos con todo. Bueno, ahí vienen los dos. Pero entonces este se podrá en cooperativo. Eso sería bastante interesante, ¿sabes? Sería muy, muy interesante. Al final sí teníamos que cumplir todas las misiones secundarias para poder encontrar y avanzar en la principal, lo cual me parece muy interesante.
Sir? Constantin d'Orsay, future governor of Tir Fredi. I'm enchanted, Captain. I am eager to board your ship.
Enchanted as well, Your Highness. I hope you enjoy your voyage.
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
Su grumete. ¿Cuándo lo vio por última vez?
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavier and Lauro.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
Be back soon, Captain.
A ver. Creo que podríamos ver qué onda con esto. Este es el mismo de...
So, are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail. I'm still without news of my cabin boy.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel.
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tir Fredi. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse, and no stronger manifest, will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurt. At least we tried.
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office.
Be back soon, Captain.
Tenemos más pistas. Bueno, no pasa nada. Creo que lo vamos dejando por ahí y continuamos en el siguiente capítulo, así que recuperamos al primo y ya tenemos más cosas para hacer para el siguiente capítulo, así que me imagino que vamos a ver en el otro capítulo la nueva tierra, así que no pasa nada, continuamos en el siguiente. Hasta la próxima.